Rocking chairs know our names long before we say a thing. Even when the house stands quiet, voice to creak like they deny it. Every laugh just learned to hide out here. Time don't leave, it just leans in. A porch full of memories, cups of tea and quiet dreams. Every word that didn't need explaining. Fireflies and mason jars, stories told beneath the stars. Nobody was in a hurry then. That porch full of memories, this simple. I left thinking I'd outgrow the slow way that love would show, but it followed me, you know, everywhere. Screen door sighs, cricket stars, a porch full of memories. Alive wherever I might be. Proof that home still waits for me inside. Rocking slow as the dark draws near. I'm here, I'm here. Basket full of apples on the kitchen table, still warm from the sun outside. Mama laughs, says take the bruised ones first. Daddy nods with that quiet pride. It ain't much, but it's more than enough in that house built on honest love. Yeah, I felt whole and true with a basket full of apples, me and you. Dirt on boots by the back door frame, wind chimes singing our family name. Orchard rows in a borrowed truck, counting blessings, not counting luck. Red or green, sweet or small, everyone had a story at all. Sticky fingers, a pocket knife, learning patience, learning life. Mama said don't waste a thing, even the sour ones still can't sing. A basket full of apples in the afternoon light, shadows long on the floor. We'd eat till the sun gave up the fight, still reaching back for more. No silver spoons, no golden plan, just open hearts and working hands. Yeah, that's where I learned my truth, from a basket full of apples shared with you. sharp and fast. I taste that fall from the past. Funny how something simple stays long after youth has slipped away. Not the apples I remember best, but who I was when life felt blessed. A basket full of apples on a wooden chair. Time paused in that room, Mama's voice and Daddy's stare taught me what love can do if heaven's just a place we knew. It smelled like fruit in the afternoon, yeah, I still believe it's true. It starts with a basket full of apples shared with you. Just apples and home. Father's hammer, mother's hymn. One built walls, one healed within. Nails and notes in perfect rhyme. Raised a home, raised my life. Sun came up with his worn boots, calloused hands, nothing to prove. Every stride on splintered wood, said a prayer the way he could. Kitchen light and gospel light, soft amen between times. Sang hope when money's thin, turned quiet nights to faith again. Father's hammer, mother's hymn, strength and grace would meet again. When storms came hard, we'd stand tall, built on love that held us all. I learned right from how they lived, more from what they never said. Work all day, forgive by night. Hold your ground, but hold on tight. If I'm lost and don't know when, which road to take or how to bend, I hear steel and melody, guiding hand still shaping me. Mother's hymn, still keep time deep under skin. I build my days, I sing them too, living proof of what they knew. When my hands shake, when I doubt, I build with love, and I sing it out. Would want to smooth by waiting hand, quiet knows his name. Father's chair in the corner holds more than its share of long days and unspoken care. Still there. Evenings feel a little wide, news rolls on, the room stays quiet. I still glance to that side first. Some men speak by staying put and watching. Work boots off, hat set down, sighs that settle the whole house. Didn't say much, but we found peace. The father's chair in the corner faced the door, and every storm taught us what it means to warm a home. I know he's gone, but somehow still the space knows how to make me still. Love don't leave, it learns to fill the air. Clock ticks twice, chair waits. Father's chair in the corner lives in me when I sit down. Steady heart, quiet ground he gave. Light turns low, I understand. He's here the way he planned. Mama's blue dress swayed in the room like summer air and Sunday hymns. Every memory I hold on to still smell like rain and cheap perfume. Closet door with a broken hinge, that dress hanging like a promise kept. She wore it then, but wore it proud, even when times were tight as breath. Church bell ringing, gravel lot, she smoothed the wrinkles I never saw. I learned grace from the way she stood, head held high, back straight, heart soft. She never said much about the past, but love spoke loud in every task. Mama's blue dress, faded seams, held together our broken dreams. Every fold, every thread carried the prayers she never said. Now that dress is gone, just photographs, edges curl, colors crack. But when the world feels cold and cruel, I still see blue when I stand back up. Laundry line in the afternoon, telling stories it always knew. The drift stands slow above the ground, like mama's love without a sound. Mama's blue dress, memory deep, taught me strength I still keep. If heaven keeps all things at last, I know she's wearing blue at last. Yeah, mama's blue dress, still walking with me through the past. Father's hammer, mother's hymn, one built wall, one healed within. Nails and nose in perfect rhyme, raised a home, raised my life. The sun came up with his worn boot, calloused hands, nothing to prove. Every strike on splintered wood said a prayer the way he could. Kitchen light and gospel lines, soft amen between the times. She sang hope when money's thin, turned quiet nights to faith again. Father's hammer, mother's hymn, strength and grace wouldn't meet again. When storms came hard, we'd stand tall, built on love that held us all. I learned right from how they live, more from what they never said. Work all day, forgive by night, hold your ground, but hold on tight. If I'm lost and don't know when, which road to take or how to bend, I hear steel and melody, guiding hands still shaping me. Father's hammer, mother's hymn, still keep time deep under skin. I build my days, I sing them too, living proof of what they knew. When my hands shake, when I doubt, I build with love, and I sing it out. Dust on the attic window pane, late afternoon light. There stood by a cardboard box, faded red and white. Little brother's a wooden horse, rocking slow on a quiet floor, still waits on a childhood dream that don't ride anymore. Time grew up and rolled away, left behind what once was ours, little brother's wooden horse. He'd gallop through the hallway, bang, bang, gun in hand. Said he'd chase the setting sun far as a boy could stand. Mama laughed from the kitchen door, Daddy shook his head. None of us knew those simple days were already almost dead. Every scratch tells a story. We were too young to say. Little brother's a wooden horse, paint chipped in by time, carried kings and cowboys across an invisible line. Now the house don't echo back when the screen door slams. Little brother's a wooden horse, knows who we used to be then. He moved out west, I stayed behind, life pulled us apart. Different roads, same blood, same old beating heart. Last time I saw that wooden horse, I swear it rocked once more, like it felt him standing there just inside the door. Now my boy asks what that thing is for, why it leans that way. I say it held your uncle's dreams, back when dreams would stay. Little brother's a wooden horse, I won't let it fade away. I'll pass it down with all we lost and all we couldn't say. Some things rock through generations, some don't ever part. Little brother's a wooden horse, still rocks my grown-up heart. Still rocking in the dust and light. Sun caught sweet in a mason jar, summer held as a resting scar. Sun caught sweet in a mason jar, summer held. Shelf still holds a sticky ring. Years go by, but funny things bring me back to everything with one taste. Love don't spoil, it waits its turn. Mama's apricot gems spread on bread in younger hands, every jar a little plan. wouldn't scream. Kettle hums, the air is clean. She'd laugh and say, don't eat it all, too late. That mama's apricot jam turned the simple into grand. Taught me how to understand enough. When the world feels sharp and thin, I twist the lid and breathe her in. Sweet survives the years we've been apart. Spoon taps glass, memory sings, memories apricot jam. Life beyond her careful hands, proof that love is what you can keep. Jar runs low, but still I am full of her. Mud on the floor, dust in the air. Some things never move. They're still sitting by the doorway, toe to heel, cracked brown leather, every scar is real. Worked the fields, fixed the fence, walked every mile. Those boots carried more than just his style. Dad's old boots by the door, still pointing toward the dawn. They taught me how to stand my ground, even after he was gone. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. Dad's old boots by the door. He never said much, let his hands do the talk. Taught me right from wrong on a gravel walk. Sunday mornings, coffee, strong and black. Life lessons in the quiet things he lacked. I chased the world, wore brand new shoes, but they never fit like his worn out truths. Dad's old boots by the door, seen more nights than I can name. Stood through storms, hard times, wars, never once complained. If I could walk half as strong as he walked before, I'd fill Dad's old boots by the door. Now the house gets quiet when the sun goes down, but I swear I hear him moving around. Every creak, every shadow on the floor feels like he just stepped out once more. I tried them once, they were too big for me. Guess some shoes take a lifetime to be. Dad's old boots by the door, holding time in place. Every step I take I feel that strength I try to chase. One day I'll leave mine right there on the floor. next to Dad's old boots by the door. Leather worn, love passed down, still waiting by the door. Sun-caught sweetie, a mason jar, summer hell, my sakini. Shelf still holds a sticky ring. Years go by, but funny things bring me back to everything with one taste. Love don't spoil, it waits its turn. Mama's apricot jam spread on bread in younger hands. Every jar a little plan for later. Barefoot mornings, open screen, kettle hums, the air is clean. She'd laugh and say, don't eat it all, too late. That mama's apricot jam turned the simple into grand, taught me how to understand enough. When the world feels sharp and thin, I twist the lid and breathe her in. Sweet survives the years we've been apart. Spoon taps glass, memory says apricot jam lives beyond her careful hands, proof that love is what you can keep. Jar runs low, but still I am full of her. Snow taps lightly on the window pane, boots lined up by the door. Mama hums an old hymn low, same one she sang before. Shadows dance on wooden walls, fire breathing slow. Every crackle tells a story only families know. Time don't rush us in this room, it learns to wait its turn. Family gathered by the hearth, hands wrapped around the flame. Years fall quiet for a while, nothing feels the same. Every laugh, every scar, every heart that's been apart finds its way back home tonight. Family gathered by the heart. Grandpa clears his throat to speak, then smiles instead of words. Kids lean in like it's a song they've somehow already heard. Oh, regrets hang in the air and drift up with the smoke. Even silence feels forgiven every time a story's spoke. Family gathered by the heart, close enough to feel the truth. Some chairs are empty, still they stay in the spaces we all know. Love don't leave when names fade out, you just learn to glow. Through the best and broken years, every promise ever made still echoes right in here. When the world feels cold and hard, we remember who we are, just souls warm in one another, family gathered by the heart. Fire burns low, but not our hearts. Fireside stories at night, old words glow in firelight. Every laugh, every line feels like home every time. Logs crack slow, shadows dance. Mama hums like she always can, and coffee rings on an oak table. Dad leans back, tired but able. Clock don't rush, it understands. These are moments you don't plan. Fireside stories at night, truths wrapped up in simple lines. From hard-earned days to wrongs made right, we found ourselves by that firelight. I was young on the braided rug, listening close, not saying much. Every tale had a lesson inside, taught me how to stand, how to try. Years roll on like warmth still seems to grow. When the world feels cold and fast, I go back there in the past. Fireside stories at night still guide me by their light. No matter where I roam or start, that fire still burns in my heart. Just a flame, a voice, a room, and love that learned how to bloom. Porch swing slow in the afternoon, dust hangs low like an old tune. Wind moves soft through fields of green. Feels like someone's talking to me. That's Grandpa's voice in the breeze, saying, boy, take life with ease. Every lesson calm and slow, rides the wind where the wild grass grows. He'd spit truth with a half-smile grin, fix the world with a pocket tin. Said time don't rush for any man. You do the best with what you can. Grandpa's voice in the breeze still tells me who I ought to be. When the road gets hard to see, I just listen and it leads. His chair stays empty by the door, but he ain't really gone for sure. Every sunset, every tree carries parts of him to me. Some folks leave words carved in stone, some leave love that travels home. If wisdom ever learned to fly, it'd sound like him passing by. Grandpa's voice in the breeze keeps my restless spirit ease. When I'm lost or feel unsure, that gentle wind still feels like cure. When the night falls soft and free, I smile back and say, I hear you, Grandpa. By candlelight, the world slowed down. Shadows dance in a quiet town. One more page, then off to sleep. Promises Mama knew how to keep. Curtains breathing with the night, crickets humming just outside. Her voice would rise and softly bend. Every story had a friend, she'd say. Listen close, don't rush the end. Some good things fade so they can mend. Fairy tales and front porch truth, lessons wrapped in make-believe proof. Kings were kind, the brave felt fear, just like folks we love back here. Candle dripped like borrowed time, wax fell slow with every line. My eyes grew heavy, heart grew wide, safe inside her voice that night. By candlelight, she took me in between the now and where I'd been. Every word a prayer she said, long before I bow my head. By candlelight, I still can hear those bedtime truths she held so dear. Life gets loud, but when I'm weak, her stories still teach me how to sleep. The candle's gone, but the story stays. That old toolbox sang all day long, hammers tapping like a working song. Every scratch, every rusty groove was a lesson Dad already knew. Bent nails, worn tape, a handle cracked, screws he saved, he never lacked. Saturday sun on a gravel drive, fixing more than things in our lives. He never rushed, never raised his tone, just said, son, some things you learn by doing alone. That toolbox sang all day long, wooden wire right and wrong. If it broke, he'd make it stand, with patience, faith, and steady hands. I didn't know while I was young, but love sounds like that toolbox song. Now the garage is quiet at night, dust on the bench, the bulb too bright. But when life comes apart at the seam, I hear that rhythm in between. Old stained gloves by the kitchen door, Mama smiled, she knew that score. That toolbox song still plays for me in broken days and things unseen. When I fix a chair or mend a fence, I hear his voice in the silence. He didn't leave a lot of gold, just a way to make things whole. Yeah, love was simple, strong and true, like Dad's toolbox songs still do. Still humming in the quiet room. A basket full of apples on the kitchen table, still warm from the sun outside. Mama laughs, says take the bruised ones first. Daddy nods with that quiet pride. It ain't much, but it's more than enough in that house built on honest love. Yeah, life felt whole and true with a basket full of apples, me and you. Dirt on boots by the back door frame, wind chimes singing our family name. Orchard rows and a borrowed truck, counting blessings, not counting love. Red or green, sweet or small, everyone had a story at all. Sticky fingers, a pocket knife, learning patience, learning life. Mama said don't waste a thing, even the sour ones still can't sing. A basket full of apples in the afternoon light, shadows long on the floor. We'd eat till the sun gave up the fight, still reaching back for more. No silver spoons, no golden plan, just open hearts and working hands. Yeah, that's where I learned my truth, from a basket full of apples shared with you. Different towns, the same inside. When the world feels sharp and fast, I taste that fall from the past. Funny how something simple stays long after you has slipped away. Not the apples I remember best, but who I was when life felt blessed. A basket full of apples on a wooden chair. Time paused in that room. Mama's voice and daddy's stare taught me what love can do. If heaven's just a place we knew. It smelled like fruit in the afternoon. Yeah, I still believe it's true. It starts with a basket full of apples shared with you. Just apples and no one. Just apples and home. Grandpa's tractor by the barn, paint chip blue still standing strong. It don't run, but it remembers every mile that made us who we are. Dust would rise with the morning sun, crows on the fence line waiting. Grandpa'd tip his hat to the sky, say, boys, this land ain't patient. I'd ride along on that metal seat, hands too small for the wheel. Lunch pail by the fence post, thermos warm with tea. He talks slow about weather and time, like they listen carefully. Barn doors creak like they knew his name. Every board had a say. He said, son, hard work stays longer than the shine on a brand new thing. Grandpa's tractor by the barn, rusted stories side by side. It plowed through years and hungry ground, never once asked why. If you listen close on a quiet farm, you can hear that engine hum. Grandpa's tractor by the barn. Now the fields grow wild in places. His boots don't mark the floor, but when the wind hits that old tin roof, I swear I hear him start her once more. Grandpa's tractor by the barn, still teaching me what laughs. Some things don't need to move at all to pull you through the past. I park my worries where he parked his arms, by Grandpa's tractor by the barn. Yeah, that old machine still runs on love.
Plates on the table, chairs pulled close. This is where we always came home.
There's laughter around the table tonight, like fireflies caught in warm yellow light. Every joke sounds better, every story gets told, between hands held tight and hearts full of hope. Yeah, the world can wait outside the door. There's laughter around the table once more.
Mama's voice floating from the kitchen there, Daddy saying grace like he always cared. Mashed potatoes, bread passing slow. Time moves softer when we're all close. Little ones laughing at nothing at all. Milk spill stories grow way too tall. Uncle Joe swearing he's heard that before, but he laughs just the same, like 1,000 times more. We didn't have much, but we had enough. Love sat heavy, but it never felt rough. There's a laughter around the table tonight, echoes of years and every smile. Broken days getting mended somehow, when we're sitting knee to knee right now. If heaven's a sound I'm looking for, it's laughter around the table once more. Some chairs are empty, yeah, I see that too, but I swear that laughter still pulls through. In every pause and every prayer, they're still with us, gathered there. Someday I'll miss this simple scene, these voices loud, these in-betweens. So I'm holding tight to every night, burning this moment in my mind. There's a laughter around the table tonight, holding us steady in changing times. If the road gets long and the days feel sore, I'll come back here like I did before. Yeah, home ain't walls or a front porch door, it's laughter around the table forevermore. Plates get cleared, candles low, but the laughter still follows me home. Rust on nails, wooden line, sweat and sawdust, end of time. He never rush, he never whine, just one. Dad's hammer echoed through the year, louder now than back then, dear. Every swing said, don't you fear, stand firm. I was small, the world was wide. Watch them build the other side of a wall I'd lean against at night. He talked in things he made, not in words he'd say. Dad's hammer echoed in my bones, in borrowed tools and broken homes. Taught me how to stand alone somehow. Now my hands are cracked and sore, same old ache he wore before. I hear him when I shut the door still. Porch light on, tools put away, silence at the end of day. But in that quiet something stayed with me. Through the walls and through the years, every doubt, every tear, Dad's hammer echoed crystal clear. I'm here. One last swing, then rest, would stand strong. I stand blessed. Our quilts say one with love and time. Every patch a piece of mine. From worn out jeans to Sunday lace, she stitched our lives in every place. Rocking chair by the window light, needle dancing late at night. Radio low, hands so sure, she'd say this kind of love will endure. I was small beneath that spread, storms outside, no tears, I said. That quilt knew when to hold me tight through winter cold and lonely nights. A quilt sewn with love and grace, every thread still knows her face. When the world feels rough and cruel, I wrap myself in what she knew. Daddy's shirt from long ago, Mama's dress from the photo, brother's sleeve a corner torn, all reborn where love was worn. Some folks leave gold, some leave land. She left warmth in her gentle hands. If love could speak, it softly proved. It sounds like stitches pulling through. A kilt sewn when love still stays, holding me through changing days. Homemade walls are where you live. It's It's what the ones you love still give. When nights get long, the stars feel few, I pull it close, and I'm home with you. Hanging on a nail by the door, still shaped like his hands. Dad's work gloves drying, evening breathing in. I learned what love was made of, not in words, but callous skin. Time and dirt and honest sweat, warm thin. Mud on boots, sunburned neck, coffee cold, no regret. He just nod and sit back down, amen. Some men pray by doing. Dad's work gloves drying by the light of the sink. Every blister told a story I didn't think to read. I never saw him tired, just quiet at the end of day, like the world had taken all it could, and he let it. The house knew his footsteps. By the door, those gloves still waiting, teaching me how to stand. Dad's work gloves drying, just like a man. Nailed by the door, empty now. Rocking chairs know our names long before we say a thing. Even when the house stands quiet, boards still creak like they deny it. Every laugh just learned to hide out here. Time don't leave, it just leans in. A porch full of memories, cups of tea and quiet dreams. Every word that didn't need explaining. Fireflies and mason jars, stories told beneath the stars. Nobody was in a hurry then. That porch full of memory held our nights so patiently, taught our hearts how home could be. This simple. I left thinking I'd outgrow the slow way that love would show, but it followed me, you know, everywhere. Screen door sighs, crickets start, a porch full of memories, lives wherever I might be. Prove that home still waits for me inside. Rocking slows, the dark draws near. I'm here, I'm here.